Hello student, as in the last lecture we saw 2 3 sums from the exercise. Okay, so let's move on to the next sum, as the same sum it is there in the exercise. Okay, exercise number 1. I guess this is the question number 17. Okay, so let's see what exactly it is given and what we have to find or we have to show. As here we have, if a equals to minus 1 plus root 3 I upon 2 and b equals to minus 1 minus root 3 upon 2, then you have to show that a square is equals to b and then b square equals to a. In simple language, when you will square this a part, you should get b, and in the second case it says that when you square this b part, you should get a. So let's see how to frame or how to show the answer. Okay, so as now we have the given is what? Given a equals to minus 1 plus root 3 I upon 2, yes or no? Okay, as it say that you have to show that a square equals to b, a square equals to b, and here the b is what? B minus 1 minus root 3 I upon 2. So first we'll see this part. So we'll take the left hand side. What is the left hand side? Is a square. Okay, so what is the value of a given in the sum? It is minus 1 plus root 3 I upon 2. So we'll write minus 1 plus root 3 I upon 2 the whole square. Yes or no? So as we know that this look like a upon b the whole square, so which we can write as what in the next step? A square upon b square. Yes or no? So this we can write as minus 1 plus root 3 I the whole square upon 2 square is what? 4. Yes or no? Okay, after this clearly we can see that this part look like a plus b the whole square, which we can write as a square plus 2ab plus b square. Yes or no? Here a is what? Minus 1. We'll take a as minus 1 and b as root 3 I. So we'll apply the formula. So a square, yes or no, a square plus 2ab plus b square upon 4 will write same as it is. Yes or no? So this part look like a plus b the whole square. So please consider this full section, this whole part as a and this part as b, and the connection is plus. So apply the formula a square plus 2ab plus b square. So we know that minus 1 square, minus square is what? Okay, so we know that minus square is always positive. So minus square is positive, 1 square is 1. Okay, the next, this plus minus will be what? Minus. Okay, so 2 one side is 2, 2 into root 3i, so here we can write as 2 root 3i. Yes or no? Then plus root 3 square, so we know that root 3 square is what? 3, and I square is what? I square, so this we can write as 3i square upon 4. So in the next step we know that I square value is what? Minus 1. So we'll replace this I square by minus 1. So here you will get 1 minus 2 root 3i. I square is what? Minus 1. So here already we have plus. Yes or no? So in the next step you will get what? 1 minus 2 root 3i minus 3 upon 4. Okay, so now here we have the numbers and items, so we can see the like terms as we can solve this number. Yes or no? So 1 minus 3, 1 minus 3 you will get minus 2. Here we have minus 2 root 3i upon 4. Okay, further this we can write as what? As clearly we can see that 2 is common here, so we can bring 2 as common. Bring the number only, okay, don't bring the symbol. So 2 as common, so inside the bracket here you will get minus 1 minus root 3I upon 4. Yes or no? Just bracket open and check. You will get the previous step. 2 into minus 1 you will get minus 2, minus 2 into root 3I you will get 2 root 3I, and upon 4, as here we have multiplication connection, so this two number we can cancel. 2 ones are 2 twos are, so here we left with what? Minus 1 minus root 3I upon 2. As clearly we can see that this part is what? Minus 1 minus root 3I upon 2 is look like what? B. Okay, so here we can write it as what? B. So here we got left hand side equal to right hand side, that is left hand side it was a square and the right hand side it was b. As it was clearly mentioned that in the first case you have to show that a square equals to b, simply square this part, it should be equal to b. And in the second case it says that square this part, it should be equal to a. As we saw, when we had squared the first part, square of this part, it was exactly equal to b. What was the b value? B is equals to minus 1 minus root 3I upon 2. So here also we got the same, minus 1 minus root 3I upon 2. So in this way you have to present your sum. I hope you all understood this part. So now we'll see for the second case, as it says that, okay, so now we'll take the left hand side, that is b square, yes or no, and you have to show that it is equals to a. So here what is b? It is minus 1 minus root 3 I upon 2 the whole square, yes or no. Okay, again same, a upon b the whole square we can write as a square upon b square. So this we can write as minus 1 minus root 3 I the whole square upon 2 square we can write as 4, and this part look like a minus b the whole square, yes or no, which we can write as what? A square minus 2ab plus b square. Okay, so here we'll consider a as minus 1 and b as root 3I, and the connection is what? Minus. So here we can write this as what? A square minus 2ab plus b square. Okay, root 3I the whole square upon 4. So clearly we can see that it look like a minus b the whole square, a square minus 2ab plus b square. After this we know that minus square is what? Plus, so 1 square is 1, plus minus minus is what? Plus, so this we can add as 2, one side is 2, 2 root 3I, yes or no, plus we know that root 3 square it is what? 3, and I square is what? I square, so this we can write as 3 I square upon 4. Okay, the next, 1 plus 2 root 3I, we know that the value of I square is what? Minus 1, so in place of I square we can write as minus 1. So in the next step you will get 1 plus 2 root 3I, so this plus minus will be what? Minus 3 upon 4. So here we can solve the number and number, so plus 1 minus 3, here you will get minus 2 plus 2 root 3I upon 4, yes or no. So as here we did what? We had removed only the number, so here also we'll do the same thing. We'll bring 2 as common, don't bring the symbol as common. Okay, so here you will get minus 1 plus root 3I upon 4, yes or no. So here we can cancel this part, 2 ones are 2 twos are, so here we left with minus 1 plus root 3I upon 2, as clearly we can see that this minus 1 plus root 3I upon 2, it look like what? A. Yes or no? Exactly, it look like what? A. So here we can write as A. So we can say that here left hand side is equals to right hand side, and the left hand side it was B square and the right hand side it was A. So I hope you all understood this sum. It was clearly mentioned you have to show that A square equals to B and B square equals to A. In the first case you will square A part to get B, and in the second case you will square B part to get A. So that was the sum. I hope you all understood this sum also. Okay, the same sum it is there in the exercise. It is a question number 17. So let's move on to some few more sums. Okay, so let's move on to the next sum. As in this sum we have to find the value of A and B if there are some condition, yes or no. This sum it is based on the property that is A plus bi equals to c plus di, equating the real numbers and the imaginary number. As clearly we can see that what is there in place of a, that is c. So here using the equality concept, comparing the coefficient of left hand side and the right hand side, as here we have equal to symbol, so we can compare the real part and the imaginary part. So here a will be equal to c and b will be equal to d. Okay, for example, suppose if I say here we got x plus y, here we have x minus y I, and in place of c and d, suppose number is there like um, okay, like this. So as clearly we can see that this part is without I, and this part is also on the right hand side without I, and this section it is with I, and in the right hand side this section it is with I. So we can compare the left hand side and right hand side coefficient, or we can say we can compare the left hand side right hand side real part and the imaginary part, as here equal to symbol is there. Using this property it says that a will be equal to c and b will be equal to d. That means the real part will be equal and the imaginary part will be equal because of this equal symbol, equality property. So in the next step, x plus y will be equals to what? 9, as this are without I, and x minus y will be equals to what? 5, as this both section it is with I. As you will compare, you will get some equation type sum. As clearly we can see that this two look like what? A linear equation in two variable. So we'll give this as equation number 1, equation number 2, and we know that how to solve a two equation to get the answer of x and y. Just simply simultaneous this two equation by adding or subtracting, so you will get the answer of x and y. So using this basic concept you have to find the value of a and b here. Okay, so the concept it is very simple. You will keep the left hand side and right hand side part as in the form of a plus bi, a plus bi, yes or no. Left hand side also it should look a plus bi, right hand side also it should look a plus bi. Then only you can compare the real parts and the imaginary part. As here we have equal to symbol, so we can compare the real and imaginary part, so where you will get equation type sum, and further you can solve this equation with a basic concept. Okay, as we'll see the first sum, so you will come to know exactly what we have to do here. Okay, so the first sum it says that a plus 2b plus 2ai is equals to 4 plus 6i. So as clearly we can see that in the left hand side here we have three terms, and in the right hand side here we have two terms. The property it says that in the left hand side a plus bi should be there, and in the right hand side it should be c plus gi. As clearly we can see that in the left hand side here we have the format c plus di, yes or no. Now we have to convert this left hand side part as right hand side is c plus gi, left hand side part as a plus bi. But here we have three terms. In that three terms clearly we can see that the two terms it is without I and the one term it is with I. So the term without I will keep in one bracket, and we'll separate this I part equals to 4 plus 6I. Now can I say, as we took this two part in one bracket, so it we can consider this whole section as one term, and this is the second term. As clearly we can see that this is the one term, this is the second term. Here also we have one term and the second term, as it look like a plus bi equals to c plus di. So we'll consider this part as a, this part as b, this part as c, and this part as a. So in short, in simple language, you have to convert the left hand side as a plus bi and right hand side as c plus gi. Then compare the left hand side and right hand side real terms and the real terms and the imaginary term, equating the real and the imaginary parts separately, so where you will get the value of a and b. Okay, so as clearly we saw that there are three terms in the left hand side and two terms in the right hand side, and two terms in the right hand side it is perfectly matched with c plus gi. So I wrote this 4 plus 6i same as it is, but in the left hand side there are three terms. So what I did, I made a pair of a plus 2i, because a plus 2b, sorry, a plus 2b, as a plus 2b is what without I. So I wrote this part inside the bracket. So we'll consider this part as one term. This is the second term. So as now we had converted this whole sum in the form of a plus bi as in the left hand side and c plus gi in the right hand side. I hope you all understood the concept. The next you will write here equating the real and imaginary part separately. Okay, so you will get what? So what is there in place of a plus 2b, as they are the real part? So we can say a plus 2b is equals to 4, and in place of 2ai is what? 6, that is the imaginary part. So we'll give this as equation number 1. Okay, so here we'll get the direct answer of a, as a will be equals to 6 by 2. Yes or no? So therefore a will be equals to 2 ones are 2 threes are. So here we got the value of a as 3. So simply you will take this value, substitute a equals to 3 in equation number 1. So therefore a plus 2b equals to 4. So therefore a is what? 3 plus 2b equals to 4. So therefore 2b equals to 4 minus 3. So therefore in the next step we can write as 2b equal to 4 minus 3 is 1. So here the final answer for b is what? 1 by 2. So here we got the answer for a as 3 and b is what? 1 by 2. So in this way you have to present your sum and you have to find the answer for a and b. Simply in the question it says that you have to find the a and b if here we have such condition. So whatever the condition it is, you have to convert the left hand side and the right hand side part in the form of a plus bi equal to c plus gi. As you will convert the left hand side and right hand side part in this format, then simply after that what you have to do, you have to equate the real part and the imaginary part, where you will get some equation type sum. Okay, solve, you will get the answer of a and b. So in this way you can present your sum. Okay, so let's move on to the next sum. As in the next sum it says that a minus b plus a plus b I equals to a plus 5i. As here clearly we can see that this part it is inside the bracket, this section is also inside the bracket, and this choose term it is without I, and this choose term it is with I. So comparing with a plus b I equals to c plus ti, clearly we can see that the left hand side it is in the form of a plus bi and right hand side it is in the form of c plus gi. So simply equating the left hand side and right hand side real part and the imaginary part, you can able to find your a and b answer. In short, what exactly you have to do, whatever the condition here we have, simply you have to convert the left hand side part as a plus bi and right hand side part as c plus gi. Compare the real part and the imaginary part, you will get the answer. Okay, as in the second sum, clearly we can see that this already it was in bracket, so we'll consider this part as a, this part as b, a c, and this is d. So here no need to do any adjustment like here we did. Okay, taking this part inside the bracket, already it is mentioned in the question that a minus b, it is inside the bracket, yes or no. So simply here you will write equating the real and imaginary part separately, so we get what. So here we can see that a minus b will be equals to a, yes or no. And here you will get second part as a plus b equals to 5. Okay, so when you will solve this part, a, bring this minus plus a to the left hand side and shift this minus b to the right hand side. So plus a minus will get cancelled, so here the value of b will be what, 0. Okay, so we'll substitute this b in this section. So a plus 0 equals to 5, so therefore a will be equals to 5. So you have got the answer of a as 5 and b as 0. So in this way you can able to find your answer. The fundamental, the trick, it is very simple. Whatever the condition it is there in the question, convert the left hand side part in the form of a plus bi and right hand side part in the form of c plus gi. Compare the left hand side and right hand side real part and the imaginary part, where you will get such equation, some equation type sum. Okay, where you will get the answer. As in the first case we saw, here we got one equation and direct answer of a, and in the second case we got one equation and direct answer of b. Okay, in short, in simple language, convert left hand side into a plus bi format and right hand side into c plus di. Compare the real part and the imaginary part, you will get the answer. So we'll take one more sum. Okay, we'll see how to tackle the sum. As the sum, it is additional sum, it is not there in the exercise. Okay, so let's take this sum. As in the left hand side there are 4 terms and in the right hand side there are only 2 terms, and clearly we can see that right hand side it look like c plus di. Now we have to convert this left hand side part in the form of a plus bi. As now here we have 4 terms in the left hand side. Okay, so we'll see there are two terms without I and two with I. So we'll make the pair of, we'll make the like terms pair of the term without I and term with I, yes or no. So we'll keep this a plus bi in the one bracket. As here clearly we can see that I is common from this two section, so we can bring I as common and we can write the I outside the bracket. So 8 plus 2i. So can I say, as now we had converted this left hand side in the form of a plus bi and c plus di right hand side, yes or no. So we'll consider this whole part as a, this whole part as b, this as c, and this part as d. So in short, in simple language, what exactly you have to do, you have to, anyhow you have to convert the left hand side part as a plus bi and right hand side part as c plus di, yes or no. As here we saw there were 4 terms, 2 terms without I and 2 terms with I. So make a pair, the term without I and term with I. As here I is common, so clearly we can see that this look like a bi and this look like c plus di. So okay, so simply you will write equating the real and imaginary part separately, so we get what. So here you will get a plus b as, what is there in place of A it is 8, as A and C are the real part, and what is there in place of B, it is 2. As clearly we can see that here, which we got, as here we got one equation and direct answer. In the second sum also, where we saw we got one equation and one direct answer, but in this case here we got both the equations. So we'll give this equation as equation number 1 and this as equation number 2, as we know that how to solve this two equation, as this two equation actually it is in the form of linear equation in two variable, and we know that how to solve any two linear equation, yes or no. So to find the answer of A and B, here we'll apply the concept which is known as simultaneous equation. So we'll add the equation number 1 and 2. So we'll see now after adding what you will get. So here when you will add plus minus plus, so your B will get cancelled. So 2A equals to 8 plus 2, it is 10. So therefore A will be equals to 10 by 2. So therefore the answer of A will be what? 5. So what exactly we have to do to find the second answer? You will substitute the value of A in any one of the equation. So we'll take equation number 1. Okay. So here A plus B is equals to 8. A is what? 5 plus B equals to 8. So therefore B equals to 8 minus 5. So therefore B equals to 8 minus 5 is 3. So here we got the answer of A as 5 and B as 3. So in this way you can find your answer just simply by converting the left hand side as A plus BI and right hand side as C plus GI. Compare the real part and compare the imaginary part. Okay, and then after that solve, you will get the answer of A and B. Okay, so in this way you have to present your sum. I hope you all understood the sums, first one as well as second one also. Okay, and this one also. Okay, now so I will give one more sum, so please try to solve that sum by yourself. Okay, okay, so please try this sum by yourself. So this sum look like what the previous sum only, yes or no? As in the left hand side here we have four terms and in the right hand side here we have two terms. So we'll convert this left hand side in the form of A plus BI, and right hand side already it is a form of C plus GI. Just see, there are two terms without I and the two terms with I. So make a pair, compare the left hand side and right hand side, a real part and the imaginary part, where you will get two equation like this. Okay, then after that solve the sum simultaneously, where you will get the answer of A and B. Okay, so please try this sum by yourself. Okay, and even this second sum also, this next one also. So here I will explain this sum. Simply what you have to do, just bracket open this part. Okay, bracket open. We'll keep this B plus I in one bracket. So as clearly we can see that this look like C, this look like D, yes or no, DI. Simply what you will do here, bracket open the left hand side section, bracket open the left hand side section. Okay, make a pair of term without I, term without I and term with I, as here we have B plus 1 and here we have 10 plus 2ai, yes or no? As in the right hand side clearly we can see that this B plus I we took in the bracket, so this look like C, and this already it is in bracket, so this look like Di. So simply what you will do, for the left hand side, bracket open, bracket expand. When you will bracket expand, you will get four terms. Okay, two terms will be with I and two terms without I. So make a pair of two terms without I and two terms with I, where here this part here you will get I term common. So clearly we can see that when you will bracket open this part, this section, it will get converted into A plus BI, and right hand side already it is in the form of C plus DI. Just simply take this B plus I in the bracket, compare the A part and the B part, that means real part and the imaginary part, where you will get again equation. For this sum also, in the third sum also, you will get two equation, and solve this two equations simultaneously to get the answer of A and B. So this sum and this sum you will try it by yourself. So once again I will explain this sum. As b plus 1 on the right hand side, bracket was not there, so I wrote this b plus I in the bracket. So as clearly we can see that this look like C and this look like di. So as now we have to convert the left hand side part in the form of a plus bi. So we'll bracket open, bracket expand this part. As here we have 1 2 3 4 terms, so when you will bracket open, where you will get 4 terms, two terms will, it will be without I, and two terms it will be with I. Okay, so make a pair like this as we did. As when you will bracket open, so you will get like this 4 terms. So make a pair of term without I, make a pair of term with I. So here you will bring I as common. So when you will see, it look like a plus bi equal to c plus gi. Equate the real and imaginary part, where you will get two equation. After getting this two equation, when you will see the equation here, you will get it will be in the form of linear equation in two variable. And we know that whenever it is a linear equation two variable, and here we have two different equation, and how to solve the answer, simply by using the simultaneous equation you can find your answer. Okay, so please try this sum and this one by yourself, and the remaining sums we'll see in the next lecture. Till then, goodbye, and I hope you all understood all the sums which we had did today. Okay, so the remaining part we'll see in the next lecture.